Hi, I'm Marissa Di Pasquale. I'm CEO of Mindsets. Hopefully I can just get this adjusted so you can hear me. Okay. And Mindsets is a real-world inquiry-based platform for teaching math and STEAM. And so the time is now right for this. What we're now seeing is the integration of bringing experiences, real-world experiences into the classroom, along with personalisation and inquiry. And that's fueling the next stage of growth with STEAM. But there's a massive problem. The M in STEAM is missing in action. There's the challenge of how math teachers have been taught to teach math, and yet they're required to bring real-world connections in their classroom. It's fueling that problem of why. It's the number one problem in the math classroom. Why do I need to learn this? I don't get this. When will I ever use this? Does that sound familiar to anyone? Yeah. And there's this massive gap across to where teachers are now expected to be teaching real-world experiences and problem solving. 96% of math teachers today do not bring real-world meaningful connections in their classroom, and that gap is where the opportunity is and where our company has focused its R&D over the last 8 years. So we've developed a smart platform for bringing real-world stories in a way that makes sense to teachers and is very simple and intuitive to teach, involving creativity, critical thinking, inquiry, and aligned to the standards, and not just content, but full curriculum. This is a sample of our library. Students using Mindsets challenges collaborate, and as they do so, they're predicting, analysing, making decisions and recommendations in an environment where there may not be a right or wrong answer. The math will be objective, but the scenario may not be. Let me show you some examples. Students are helping the University of California to be the world's first university to go carbon neutral. They're helping them to work out how many solar panels will fit on some of their buildings using their skills in area and volume. Students are helping famous explorers hike Mount Everest, calculating the death zone using their number sense skills. Students are developing the algorithms underlying apps for a theme park. They're doing this in grade 6. They can then go on and build those apps outside of the math class. But all these experiences are packaged in 45 to 60-minute lessons. Let me walk you through the design process of one, because the design is where the magic happens. In the Where to Work challenge, students are learning about linear graphing and slope. They get offered 2 jobs, one from Google, one from Amazon. Which one do they pick? Which company would they prefer to work for? So as a class, through polling, they pick a career, which one will be the most popular. They then get to analyse the job offers, compare that with their colleagues in the classroom. They work out which company pays them more after 4 years. They can then consider the cost of living adjustment. These design frameworks can be replicated not just to these examples, but to any job situation, making math really powerful and impactful and meeting the standards. A classroom in Rhode Island, these students create memory. 9 months after learning the Where to Work challenge, they still remember it and they still want to go back to it. I'm here, this is our 4th year, just a bit of an update in the last 12 months. And one of our biggest changes has been our name change from Cashtivity to Mindsets Learning, mindsets.com. We've had, through our beta, over 500,000 answers, real-world problems answered, and that we're now tracking to 1 million. We've just appointed our head of growth in California, Chris Boujar, who's from ex-Google Education and was also the founder of Summit Public Schools. So we're very proud to have him in our team, Chris. He's in the back there. Chris joins our full stack team, covering platform, content and design, and sales and marketing. We've grown with contracts with districts over the last 6 months. In Arizona, in Texas, we're also rolling out Mindsets to Microsoft's top showcase schools around the world, including in India. International Baccalaureate, which is where we started, and we continue to work closely with our San Diego colleagues. We've just launched our paywall, which is fantastic. So now we can differentiate content and also time, and also assist teachers to move, access the full library from a classroom all the way into a school and district. Really important, teachers don't just need content or platforms, they need curriculum. We've just released our full stack curriculum for Common Core, against the Engage New York and Illustrative Math, 2 leading math curricula as a supplement to that. However, we're hearing from districts and heads of innovation that they're wanting to retire their math curriculum and put the real world piece as their core, which blows our mind. Either way, supplement or core, we have now built a full curriculum, and we're expanding into science. Science teachers who now teach through NGSS, inquiry-based learning, are now required to bring math into the classroom, and so they want to work with their math colleagues, and so science is a great opportunity. We've also aligned to TEX, which is the state where our fastest growth is. Our roadmap, we're building an AI into the platform, particularly to help with the diversity of students. We've already got inbuilt differentiation, but students also need different ways of being able to control their learning experience, and AI will help us with that. We're also expanding our district integrations and building more professional development into, because we recognise this is a paradigm shift for teachers to teach through inquiry, and in particularly math, it's flipping the model on its head. So where we are in the market, the way we see the world is companies that create curriculum, full curriculum at the top or no curriculum, those that create collaboration tools on the right, and those who create adaptive technology on the left. We're in the top right quadrant, and that's where we see the movement of companies coming from the bottom, from the tools, up into that space. Thinking at first they create content, we're already in the focus of developing curriculum, going top right. And this brings us back full circle to where we started in project-based learning and helping students express themselves creatively. Talia and her colleagues here running a business created initially in the math classroom and then expanded as a project involving the whole team. So that's us, Mindsets Learning, collaborative, real-world, personalised learning. Thank you.